with your CIGTV News Update. I'm Donna Bush. We begin with news of a fire truck crash that happened on the runway of the Charles Colonel International Airport on Cayman Brac. Today, at minutes to 12, Cayman Brac firefighters with the Cayman Islands Fire Service Aerodrome Unit were conducting a mandatory speed test on the airport runway when the fire truck they were driving turned over. The two firefighters who were inside the fire truck were taken to Faith Hospital for evaluation and treatment. The nature and extent of any injuries is unknown at this time, and the airport in Cayman Brac was closed, so no planes were able to land on the runway. Now, the Cayman Islands Airports Authority, the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, the Cayman Islands Fire Service, other aviation officials, and Public Works Department personnel were on site assessing the situation. The RCIPS is using its own helicopter to fly Acting Deputy Chief Fire Officer Whitney Tatum and a qualified accident reconstructionist to the scene. The cause of the crash will be fully investigated. The Ministry of Home Affairs has been engaged in ongoing communication with the district administration officials in Cayman Brac with a view to restoring operations at the airport as quickly as possible. We will release more information as it becomes available to us here at Government Information Services. In other news today, on Wednesday, we reported news on the Ministry of Health and Culture and the steering committee behind the creation of the Cayman Islands' first National Culture and Heritage Policy and Strategic Plan. Committee members seen here are ready to take the next step forward and roll out the public consultation phase for the historic draft document. The draft policy was approved to go out to public consultation by Cabinet on December the 13th, with the aim to better preserve the heritage of the Cayman Islands and comprehensively develop the country's rich and diverse cultural sector. The public consultation plan is designed to give the public an opportunity to review the document and provide feedback on its vision, values, and strategic objectives.
You know, Cayman has changed so rapidly within the last 20 years or so since development, and you know, a lot of Caymanians are feeling kind of losing their sense of identity, and I think being able to discuss this at this time and really listening to people and finding out what they feel that their role should be, or how they're feeling kind of left out, or that the traditional culture that they have grown up with seems to be disappearing, and where that fits into the ever-evolving culture that we know, you know, today, that we kind of identify with.
We've had a very interesting, very exciting time researching, talking to people, working together to come up with what we think is a good draft policy, and what we hope that people will have some interesting input on.
And this is something y'all been working on for months now.
Yes.
Kind of, I guess, explain more in depth the hard work, the time, the hours that have gone into finally get to this point.
A lot of people have been involved. We've had people from all aspects of the society involved, people who have spent their entire life working in the cultural field, not necessarily academics only. We've had people who are in government, people who are in the private sector, people who are retired, people who are young. We've had really a full range of people involved, working very hard, several meetings, several phone calls, people drafting documents, rereading, looking at the history, because one of the key things about the way we approach this is that we didn't try to do it in a vacuum. We looked at what existed, some of the historical documents, some of the news items, talking to grandparents and great-grandparents in Cayman, and the youth as well. So the whole range, to try and get their views and input and their understanding and the details, the facts together, to come up with what would be a policy that would help us to protect the heritage, the traditional culture of Cayman, and also to continue to grow the culture of Cayman.
Now, for more information and updates, please like the Facebook page, National Culture and Heritage Policy and Strategic Plan for the Cayman Islands. Also visit the Ministry of Health's website at ministryofhealth.gov.ky/culture-policy. If you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. For now, I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining me, wishing you a wonderful and, of course, a very safe night, and inviting you back here to join me again on a Friday evening. Until then, bye-bye for now.